The turkey's in the cooler. Christmas is up ahead, and that means high school hockey is on the way. It's the opener on Youth Hockey Hub, and we get things underway varsity style with Chaska versus Lakeville North. Good evening, J.W. Cox here with you. So we've got two games coming your way. First, Chaska and Lakeville North get things started, and then St. Thomas Academy taking on Creighton-Durham Hall. Should be a great evening of hockey here at the Bloomington Ice Garden. Let's get some starting lineups right here for the Chaska Hawks and the Lakeville North Panthers.
It's not uncommon to see NHL stars walking through our halls.
What I need, what I think NHL players need, I think it's the premier. It's as good as it gets.
If you look out there, there's 15 to 20 NHL guys any day could be skating.
But they don't sign autographs.
Ready, go!
They're here for the same reason you are. They're a reflection of what passion, hard work, and determination can become.
About 4 years ago, Wicked Rags changed my life. I am a mother of 3 hockey-playing children. The Sock Jock is amazing. It allows children to get dressed on their own and be independent in their hockey career. When you average 3 to 4 practices a night, and this product saves you 5 minutes getting dressed and getting undressed, you do the math. I highly recommend it and think it's incredible.
4 years ago, the open field behind Alexandria High School in Alexandria, Minnesota was vacant. The open space abutted by Pioneer Road was nothing more than something to ignore as residents of Alex moved past on their way to 2 churches, the Midway 9 movie theater, or the Joann Fabrics. But over time, the meadow, which the developers rejected, has become the cornerstone. Under the guidance of Rick and Shannon Randazzo, the North Star Christian Academy has gone from a concept born almost 10 years ago to a rising hockey power in the middle of Minnesota's Central Lakes region.
With you once again here at the Bloomington Ice Garden in Bloomington, Minnesota. The opener, Lakeville comes north, Chaska comes east, and they all meet here at the Ice Garden for the opener. Game 1. Varsity style here as Chaska and Lakeville North get set. Good afternoon once again. J.W. Cox here with you. Glad you're with us wherever you might be, enjoying this long holiday weekend and now some high school hockey to get you rolling. The Chaska Hawks, well, they're a team as far as the opener field goes, the teams that has played the most so far. They are 1-1 so far this season. Their last game, a victory over Eastview. Lakeville North, one game, a 7-1 win over Northfield. As we are underway in the pair of 10s, Owen Thomas and Caden Kochever take the draw. Right to left will go Chaska, and they control things in the neutral zone, and they'll play it backwards onto the stick of Will Magnuson, one of the senior defensemen, trying to work it ahead for the purple-clad Chaska Hawks. White and red for Lakeville North. Drops down at the skate of Caden Smith, the top returning scorer from a squad last year for Lakeville North that won 14 games out of 28 tries, 14-13 and 1 for the Panthers. Puck caught up in the corner. 3-on-1 over there. A little extra help in purple comes from Charlie Goodrich. Streams the puck out towards the blue line. Tapped away right there by a Chaska stick. Moved through neutral ice. Tapped, settled down right there by Caden Smith, and then work back between the circles, and Chaska will take over and slide it up the ice under the control of Owen Thomas. He goes in tight on Meyer. Caleb Meyer, the senior goaltender, stays in, directs the puck in towards the corner, and the net comes off just slightly to bring us our first whistle here with 16:14 to go in the first period of the opener. Glad you're with us here on Youth Hockey Hub, as we've got 4 games on the varsity slate over the next 2 days. You can catch them all right here on Youth Hockey Hub. Draw in the Lakeville North zone, poked down into the corner, worked out by Cole Pearson, senior defenseman who had 16 helpers a season ago. He'll take it all the way down the ice and lob that one up off the stick of a Chaska defender. Careens high over the crossbar and bounces back down towards the corner. Played in behind the net. Chaska hanging on to it there, 3-on-1, but a fight ensues with Ben Koenig trying to pull its way out of the corner, working it along the far side, sneaks a pass in across the circles, wide of the stick of Tom Shandorf. Shandorf, the senior forward, 7 goals. That ties him for number 2 as far as returning scores. Lakeville North able to center right there in front and back too wide on that left side on the quick one-timer for A.J. Anello. Anello, the senior, had 4 goals and 3 assists a season ago. 2 goals in their opening season win against Northfield, a 7-1 final. Northfield, the newest 2A school here in the state of Minnesota. Chaska flying the puck out of the zone under the control of one of the captains, Shane Lavelle. Lavelle works it to the near side where it's off the boards onto the feet of Sam Renzel. Renzel can't control it. Puck back through neutral ice, controlled by Lakeville North for a moment. Lost at the center line. Max Burkholder takes it under control, had it tapped away, then pokes it to the near side boards. Held back in underneath by Lavelle. He's a senior, senior forward. 19 goals, 19 assists a season ago as the Hawks get a change and some fresh skates out there. Towards neutral ice, knocked away, poked back towards neutral ice by Cole Pearson. Pearson skating backwards, again gets a touch on it, sends it back this time under control. Pushed up to A.J. Hayter. Hayter had it between the circles. Chaska coming out 2-on-2 near side for Scholey. Scholey, little dump off pass back behind. One-time shot, Olmscheid goes wide. Bangs off the boards in behind the net. Mayer kept a close eye on it. Works around the boards on the far side. Then it's whistled up and out of play. And we'll have a face-off in the Lakeville North zone coming to the glove side of Caleb Meyer. Meyer, 7 wins, 7 losses a season ago, 89% on the save percentage as a junior. 1-0 so far this year, stopped 94% of the shots he saw, and gave up just the 1 goal in the 7-1 victory over Northfield. Win of the draw for Lakeville North, pushed back the other way as they go left to right here in the first. Scoreless game so far. Luke Jack took it down into the corner. Chaska all over the puck. They've been quick to move it out of their zone here early in this first period. It sneaks out past the blue line. Chance for Chaska to take it again further deep down the ice. Instead, it's poked back. That means Calvin Barrett has to find his way to it. Barrett pokes it outside the far circle. A cross-ice pass, deflected, taken away, centered back in front. Luke Jack tried to opportunistically drop that on the back door. Loose puck still right there for A.J. Hayter. He tracks it down below the goal line, left it with the behind-the-back pass, looking for a friendly stick, couldn't find it. Chaska will clear it all the way down the ice for an icing. Come back the other way, 13:51 to go in this first period. Sniper's Edge, Map South Hockey, Tradition Companies, Latza Matza, North Star Christian Academy, and Wicked Rags presenting the opener this year, thanks to all of our partners here on Youth Hockey Hub. Draw taken, stick side of Carter Wishart, the goaltender for Chaska. Free puck out in front, shot and too high. Jimmy Snuggerud, the freshman, got a first good look at it there. Couldn't knock it home. Loose puck on the far side, controlled for a moment by Bauer Berry. Berry springs it off to Snuggerud, the ninth grader, walking behind the goal line, trying to center it back out in front, too strong. Slips out past Magnuson. He has to try and track it down. He was tipped, so no icing. Magnuson has to race to the puck and beat Griffin Pearson, junior forward for this Lakeville North Panther team. Just got there to it, but it was poked back out for Chaska. Chaska working it up the far side with Lavelle. Lavelle back to the middle. One time, twice in a bouncing puck, and Snuggerud another chance on the back door. Had it slid away. Cole Pearson playing the defense with the skate right there for Lakeville North to keep it out of the net. 13 minutes to go in the first. Back come the Panthers again. Kochever in between the circles. A lot of traffic there. Puck still bouncing around and free. Eventually surrounded by 2 opposite skaters on the near side. And Chaska able to control along the boards in front of their fans who are off to our right. Mostly Lakeville North fans across the way here in rink number 1 of the Bloomington Ice Garden in Bloomington as that one flies out of the zone. Easy back for Lakeville North to track it down. Mario Gasparini after it too. Instead the pass and feed back down the ice. Too strong. Gavin Brown catches up to it for Chaska. Sends it to the middle. It's misplayed by Olmscheid. That allows Lakeville North to hang on to it. North in behind the goal line. Hawks with some pressure. Ethan McDonald #1 assist maker coming back on this team for the defender. That's something these two teams have in common. Top defensive assist makers. Ethan Mcdonald, the senior. And check that he's a forward, but he's coming back a senior with 24 helpers a season ago. 16 for Cole Pearson, as we mentioned, coming back from last season. Chaska with another break up the near side. Owen Thomas flying up the ice with one man on him. Steps inside, got towards the net, on the crease, and it's knocked away by Meyer. Back in front, he slides it away with the left pad this time. More traffic and a bouncing puck sent through by Gavin Brown. Brown tracks it down in behind the net, trying to work his way around. That's Sully Sholey, back to the blue line. Has a man in front of the crease. It's Owen Thomas setting up shop there. 4-on-1, back in the zone, though. Chaska trying to come up, put some pressure on. But Lakeville North able to pass back and forth behind their own net and wait for the Chaska change and their own change of fresh skaters coming up. Near side to break it out for Ben Koenig. Koenig across the red line, fires that long shot. Blocker save away by Wishart. Wishart able to knock it clear with 11:15 to go in the first. Again, Chaska using the pass ahead to break out. Charlie Goodrich takes the long shot and the glove save left side for Meyer. No score here in the first. Glove side. Caleb Mayer, working in net. He's made some big-time saves. That pass centering towards there finds the stick of A.J. Hayter first. He misplays it. Gasparini able to pluck it away from some trouble and move it past the blue line on the far side. Finally got a little bit of help. Move the puck towards the middle for Luke Check. He had it taken away and bounced off his stick. There's a delayed penalty coming up, so off goes Mayer. Back from behind their own net. Still has been touched up by the Hawks, and now the whistle comes, and our first penalty of this one comes with 10:44 to go. It's on the Hawks, and Charlie Goodrich will sit down. That first game featured 5 power play opportunities for Lakeville North. They scored on one of them. Did the Panthers. So 1 for 5 they killed off. They took 5 penalties themselves, able to kill off 5 Northfield advantages. See what they can do with the first time on the power play. 10:39 to go in this first period. 7 seconds gone. Goodrich called for the hook. Chaska with some control, shorthanded. Able to string it towards the blue line and just out, held there by Pearson. Pearson, his pass across, intercepted by Lavelle. Lavelle tries to work it down deeper, but eventually lost it off his stick. A.J. Hayter playing around with it in the corner, able to bump it off. Coming to the near side for Innebeck. Worked it towards that corner, back out towards the blue line. Pearson playing on the far side with Caden Smith. Caden Smith, the top returning scorer, leaves it in towards the pipe, and it's settled by Wishart. 10:06 to go in the period, 1:22 remaining. Here on this first power play of the game. Scoreless so far between these two teams. Lakeville North put up 7 in their first game. An average of 3 goals per game over the first 3 for Chaska. They've had every outcome you could get. A tie, a win, and a loss in their first 3 games for the Chaska Hawks. Trying to make it 2 wins in a row here, starting out in their lone game in the opener. Lakeville North will play here again tomorrow. Under 10 to play in the period. 1 minute to go in the power play. Long shot from outside the circle. Defensive from Ben Monson. Steered away by Wishart. Monson there at the blue line again to track it down and hang on to possession. 55 seconds to go in the power play. Pearson straight ahead between the circles. Fires that low pass, bouncing off a pad. Through traffic, knocked down and away. Chaska makes the defensive stop, courtesy of Max Burkholder. He gave up a shin to make that stop. Near side again for Monson. Monson fires it through, well wide on the near side. Scrum in front of the crease. You find the puck, I couldn't, as it flies back out of the zone. 9:19 to go, 3.5 remaining. And that one's tracked down by Mayer. And the Panthers come up with another 25 seconds to work here on this power play. Left behind at the circle and a long shot just outside the crease to the right. And Wishart calms it down. Carter Wishart, just a 9th grader. There was no goalkeeping to speak of coming back from a year ago for the Chaska Hawks, who won 19 games last season. They've won 17 at least in each of their last 3. And so Wishart taking the mantle as the netminder. So far standing up. .904 remaining. With just 18 seconds to go in the power play, it's fed over to Ben Davidson on the far side. Straight up ahead for Gasparini, and he fires that one with all kinds of heat on it, but well wide to the near side. Gasparini lets the pass roll by over to Davidson. Back to him outside the circles. Bounces off a Hawk, and then it's flipped out of the zone, and that will end the power play opportunity. So 0 for 1, 1 for 6 on the season so far for Lakeville North. With a game plus a period under their belts. Intercepted, turned over for Goodrich. Goodrich feeds that one through, and the traffic was there to keep Mayer from having to make a stop. Now Lakeville North trying to press up the ice far side. Long shot steered away, just dangled past the stick of Wishart for an extra moment, but he'd done the job to save it behind the cage. Now hacking at it there with 18-19 to go in this scoreless first, and finally the puck, a little life out to the near side corner. Flipped up towards Pearson. Pearson at the blue line tries to feed it through, and Chaska takes it away. Ethan McDonald works it up ice. He'll just flip it ahead. That was Calvin Barrett, who flipped that ahead, then turns to make the change. Chaska gets the fresh skaters with under 8 to play. A fly up the ice right side for Anello. A.J. Anello showing the speed, turns the corner once he drops down below the goal line. Hawks take the puck away and flip it out of the zone. Fight for Snuggerud on the far side. Sent down in towards the corner and touched up there behind the net by Mayer. Worked back through neutral ice. Hawks had a chance at it. Instead, hops to the puck of Luke Jeck. Jeck, far side, and saved away by the blocker up into the netting. And Wishart and Mayer dueling here, both making excellent saves in the first. As we've got 7:35 to go, a change, and we pause to thank our sponsors. Thanks to all our sponsors making it possible here to bring you the opener. 4 games in 2 days on Youth Hockey Hub. Scoreless here in the first period, 7.5 minutes to go. Puck settled down at the blue line for Chaska. A little too much speed there as they almost overran it, but dump it down into the zone. Nick Olmscheid, a chance to fight for it along with Sully Sholey. Sholey's the junior, 5 goals, 5 assists a year ago. Dangerous puck with no direction in front of the crease, so it slides by. Sholey comes out of the pack with it, driving right towards the post, and it's poked away. Sliding attempt there to knock it away by Caleb Hurd out on one of his rare defensive rotations so far. Caleb Hurd flying in there, got stick, skate, knee, something on it to knock it clear on that charge. Tradition Companies, locally owned and operated, is the parent company to new home builders, golf courses, land development, banking, mortgage, and title services. For more information, visit traditioncompanies.com, a proud presenting sponsor of the opener. Scoreless here in the first. 7:03 remaining. Both these teams feeling themselves out. A lot of folks out there have watched a lot of hockey over the years, and a lot of these early season games can tend to go this way. Looking for those first goals, teams trying to find their way through. Just the second time competitively on the ice for Lakeville North. It's turned over right there from Monson. He has no particular direction with that as the puck floats to the circle, and Chaska survives the turnover, takes it away. But another turnover coming back for Anello. Anello trying to slice between the circles. He has it worked off his puck by the Hawks. Shandorf working to the far side boards. He finds his way through traffic and goes wide. 6:20 remaining in the first period. Scoreless. Back out. Monson, the long deflected shot, and it goes home. Ben Monson from the blue line hacks it through traffic, and with 6:18 remaining, makes it 1-0 Lakeville North. Monson will score for the first time this season. There's all kinds of traffic held in over there. And the big junior defenseman eventually got it, knocked down off somebody, so we might have a slight change in the scoring of that depending on how they saw it. It either just caromed off somebody, or we'll see if they say someone directed it in. Monson started it from the blue line. So they give it to Monson. Shandorf the only assist. So Monson officially with his first goal on the board this season. He scored 7 last year, had 14 helpers as well. He's got 1 apiece. Now here with 5:45 remaining in the first period. From along the boards, Gasparini is tracking after that, but it'll be a icing to bring us back the other way. Latza Matza, proud presenting sponsor of the opener. Next time you're shopping for a great frozen pizza, choose Brewpub's Latza Matza Pizza, the only pizza with half a pound of Wisconsin cheese on every pie. Back below the goal line it goes. Chaska trying to work it away from Lakeville North. Griffin Pearson out there on this third line with it for the junior. First-year head coach Jake Taylor for the Lakeville North Panthers. There was some coaching upheaval certainly at a high level, and it'll all be on display here in the opener. Former Lakeville North head coach Trent Eigner will be in our next game on the bench for his new team, St. Thomas Academy. Good pass across ice near side for Sam Rinzel. Rinzel worked down towards the corner. Chaska will take it. Set up time in the zone, but they lost it to Gasparini. Mario Gasparini, junior defenseman, 2 goals, 7 assists as a sophomore a season ago. He's got 1 apiece so far. Big hits being leveled in and around the puck. Pearson brings it up. Nope, that's Monson, your goal scorer. He goes wide at the circle, tries to dump it off inside, maybe looking for Tuzano. Tuzano, the junior, it was wide of his stick, all the way out of the zone. Gasparini has to push it back down. There was nobody home, so they'll get the change with 4:35 remaining in the first period. 1-0 your score just 2 minutes ago. Lakeville North gets on the board, courtesy of Ben Monson. They'll blast from the blue line. A little bit of traffic in front, taken away by Shandorf. He had the assist. It goes off the blocker of Wishart, deflected around, and Wishart stays clean for now. Monson again, a big long-distance shot. Anello was in front, couldn't get the full force of the stick on it. Karam's out of the zone for an icing with 4:09 remaining. With Sniper's Edge, you can take your game to the edge. Sniper's Edge Hockey was the original and continues to be the leader in bringing the best hockey training aids to players from mites to pros. Check out Sniper's Edge this weekend for a ton of Black Friday savings. That's right. It's not even 4 o'clock on Black Friday. There's got to be all kinds of deals out there for you. So Sniper's Edge, make that a stop in your digital dive. Cole Pearson. He pays for his trouble, tracking down that puck in behind his own net. Chaska's going to hang on to it down there. Calvin Barrett make that Shane Lavelle, the captain, peeling it off the boards. Bauer-Berry over to give a little sightseeing look into the corner, but it pops away. Lakeville North will take it out. Clear to the zone. Innebeck trying to work it cleanly up. Couldn't do it. 3.5 to go in this first period. And that one, just a swing and a miss right there by Innebeck, and it's worked up on that far side, and we've got a penalty coming up. Innebeck swung and missed at the puck, and then Max Burkholder ended up down on the deck. And we'll have our first penalty on Lakeville North here. And Sam Innebeck is the guilty party. Officials are getting together for an extended discussion on this, but Innebeck is already into the box. First 3 games, 2 for 11 on the power play for the Chaska Hawks. First game, 5 of 5 killing off penalties for Lakeville North. So the officials, the extended discussion, now we get 1 to the far side bench, plus 1 to Innebeck in the box. He's staying in there, so a little extra. It will be a 2-minute penalty. Get on the official announcement if anything was tacked on when it comes to just Innebeck. Long shot from the point between the circles and Max Burkholder. So just a roughing, 2 minutes. Officials with a little extra word for everybody just to keep things under control here early on. Burkholder floating alone. 5-on-4 here with 1:35 remaining in this power play here at the Bloomington Ice Garden. First period, Chaska trying to tie it up late. This penalty will take us down inside the final minute of this period. Worked along the blue line. Scholey's down there. That pass goes wide to Bauer-Berry. That gives Gasparini a chance to get to it for Lakeville North. Gasparini couldn't pull it out of the corner cleanly. It's tapped back by Olmscheid. Settled in by Burkholder again. He's running things as that one sent through, deflected away. Back to the near side. It comes for Berry. Berry sends that shot. Saved by Mayer. 1:05 remaining in the power play. 2:33 to go here in the period. So we're not quite going to get under a minute. Early in the season. my math skills also working their way through that early season stretches. Faceoff comes to the stick side of Mayer. 2-0. Able to touch it back towards the goal line, but the Hawks obviously outnumber him there. William Magnuson out there. Now the man at the point is Calvin Barrett to try and run the show for a power play opportunity. He's got Snuggerud to his right, comes back near side Magnuson. Magnuson dumps it down below the goal line. There's Lavelle, the captain, wide past the circle. He plays catch with Magnuson. Magnuson leaves for Snuggerud. Snuggerud outside the circle, walking around the goal line. He had a golden opportunity early in a scoreless game. Feeds it in front, just tapped away. Owen Thomas had that one poked by Cole Pearson. Senior defenseman making a play. Long blast deflected off of Pearson's stick up into the rafters. Did that ever come back down? Might have stayed up there. You know, we get a new puck. It went far enough out where we get a new piece of equipment. 31 seconds to go in the power play. Minute 59 to go in the first period. And the draw coming to the stick side of Mayer. Pop back out outside the circle. Magnuson, plenty of room. Long blast straight away, and Mayer saves it easily with the pads. Trying to get it up top again for Barrett. Barrett floating there, back to Magnuson. Magnuson outside the circle. Chaska Hawks looking for their third power play goal of the season. That one knocked down on the hand of Owen Thomas. He circles it back. They've got 9 seconds to go. Back along the goal line. There it is for Lavelle. Lavelle walking back out. He's got 2 seconds. He's got 1. Is he going to let one fly? And he does. Right in front. Nobody on the doorstep as it did deflect off Mayer. Innebeck out of the zone. Still only 4 defensemen back there. Now they get their 5th as Owen Thomas circles it back. So 5-on-5 hockey officially now with a minute 13 to go in the period. And just like that, it's taken away and pushed up ice. Ben Koenig. Koenig on the near side from the circle. Nearly snuck that one in the far post. Worked around. Chaska settles. Minute to go. 1-0. Lakeville North with the lead. Flying up the ice for Sholey. Sholey outside the circle. Make that Snuggerud, excuse me. And he was ridden down just as he got towards the crease. Free puck out of the corner. Controlled by Lakeville North. Taken away by Snuggerud. He tried to turn in past Davidson, and he got enough of it. Did Davidson to poke it away. Now up the ice it goes for Anello. Anello lost the puck as he was checked into the board's far side. Bennett Jacks knocks it down for the Hawks. 35 seconds to go. Up ahead for Goodrich. Goodrich speed. Goodrich fires, and it's saved once and into the side of the net. Rebound chance was there, and he just comes off a little bit wide. Taken away by Gasparini for Lakeville North with 22 seconds to go. Koenig flying up ice. They won't get it. And so the icing with 20 seconds to go brings us back down the other way. Wicked Rags is the inventor of the Sock Jock. The Sock Jock eliminates the need for separate compression pants, jock support, and hockey socks with one wicked pair of pants. Wicked Rags, a proud supporter of the opener here on Youth Hockey Hub. 20 seconds to go. Face off in the Lakeville North zone. Bounces off a Panther, and they're able to clear it up ice. Long way up ice for Keaton Kranz. But it turns into an icing. 13 seconds, so we work 12 off the clock, and we work back the other way. Face-off coming glove side, and Kochever, extra man out on the ice. So he straddles up over the boards and gets off for the last final drive. Comes over to the near side for Magnuson. Magnuson slides it down. It's turned over. 1 second. Quick blast chance for Smith, and he didn't get it away. And we will go to the break here in the first game of the opener 2019 with Lakeville North, courtesy of a long blue line blast goal from Ben Monson, leading it 1-0 over the Chaska Hawks. You're watching the opener today on Youth Hockey Hub.
It's not uncommon to see NHL stars walking through our halls.
What I need, what I think NHL players need, I think it's the premier. It's as good as it gets.
If you look out there, there's 15 to 20 NHL guys any day could be skating.
But they don't sign autographs.
Ready, go!
They're here for the same reason you are. They're a reflection of what passion, hard work, and determination can become.
The younger kids can see what we're doing, and they can see what the older kids are doing, and emulate that to see what it takes to get to the next level.
MAP is the premier hockey development program in the Twin Cities. and the reasons are very clear.
I like coming to MAP because it's very competitive. Everybody comes out here, works their best.
The opportunity is here to take advantage of whatever the individual wants to take advantage of, whether it's on ice, off ice, outside shooting.
You have everything at your fingertips that you need to be, premier athlete and hockey player.
The intensity is really high, and every day it seems like players are getting better.
Our culture is unique. From Pee-wee to professionals, we demand the same effort from every athlete, and every athlete receives the same world-class treatment.
At MAP Hockey, our sole emphasis should be and is developing high-character athletes.
Our dedicated, decorated staff will help bring your best to the forefront, both on and off the ice.
That competitive atmosphere that we have here is something special.
It's fun seeing the kids work just as hard as we are.
Red, white, blue. Here we go. Let's go.
At MAP Hockey, we are fully supportive and aligned with the Minnesota development model. We encourage athletes to stay home, develop their skills, and play for their community.
We want to put every kid in a position to have success. We kind of put the emphasis on the individual to, create their own career.
When you walk through these doors, be ready to commit to something bigger than yourself.
I'm TJ Oshie, and this is MAP Hockey.
I'm Justin Falk, and this is MAP Hockey.
I'm JT Brown, and this is MAP Hockey.
This is MAP Hockey.
Four years ago, the open field behind Alexandria High School in Alexandria, Minnesota was vacant. The open space abutted by Pioneer Road was nothing more than something to ignore as residents of Alex moved past on their way to two churches, the Midway 9 movie theater, or the Joanne Fabrics. But over time, the meadow, which the developers rejected, has become the cornerstone. Under the guidance of Rick and Shannon Randazzo, the North Star Christian Academy has gone from a concept born almost 10 years ago to a rising hockey power in the middle of Minnesota's Central Lakes region.
In 2011, my family and I voyaged out on the 50-state, 50-city tour, which brought our family to all 50 states for 30 days, running hockey camps for youth and adults. A year or so went by, and it brought us to 2013. We were here in Minnesota, and I met with some businessmen, some couples at Tim Cullen's house, and the rest of the story was then became a little bit clearer.
There are 25 players taking classes and playing for the North Star Christian Academy team, hailing from 11 states. North Star's academic team ensures the students are meeting the education requirements for high school graduation, with some students even earning college credit along the way.
So our academic program is very unique in a way because we're bringing in players from all over the country. This year we have 12 different states represented, which means we have to take a look at 12 different high school programs that are going on across the country. We take a look at where the players are at. We try and integrate where they're at to where they want to be. We look forward to the academic goals that they may have, also along with the college goals that they have.
Since coming to North Star, my hockey has just developed and improved tremendously. And before in Fargo, I maybe could have played Division I and gotten noticed, but the chances wouldn't have been as high as when I came here. And now I'm getting a lot more attention and looks, and hopefully my chances to play Division I are a lot higher. So,
while North Star Christian Academy prides itself on a successful hockey start, the development of the whole person is the primary goal of the little school in Alexandria.
So I think that the three main levels of growth that I've had in my life would be the three pillars that we base the school bases itself off of, which is faith, God, or faith, school, and hockey. And I think those have been massive. I think, especially in faith. I mean, we wake up every morning at 7 in the morning, and we have a Devo every morning. So that's huge. Then we're on the ice 2.5 to 3 hours a day, and then we're in the classroom for 5. So we're learning and we're growing in all aspects of our life all the time.
It's a full life for North Star Christian athletes. The Academy's 70,000 square foot athletic facility not only gives the players a place to hone their skills, but it's a touch point for the rest of their day. Serving something higher than yourself takes discipline, sacrifice, and commitment. With the schedules of that Tier 1 teams follow, it would be easy for the players and administrators to lose sight of the Academy's original goal. But between classes, hockey, and traveling around the country for competition, the Knights make it a priority to remind themselves of their ultimate focus.
It's not uncommon to see NHL stars walking through our halls.
What I need, what I think NHL players need, I think it's the premier. It's as good as it gets.
If you look out there, there's 15 to 20 NHL guys any day could be skating.
But they don't sign autographs.
Ready, go!
They're here for the same reason you are. They're a reflection of what passion, hard work, and determination can become.
The younger kids can see what we're doing, and they can see what the older kids are doing and emulate that to see what it takes to get to the next level.
MAP is the premier hockey development program in the Twin Cities, and the reasons are very clear.
I like coming to MAP because it's very competitive. Everybody comes out here, works their best.
The opportunity is here to take advantage of whatever the individual wants to take advantage of, whether it's on ice, off ice, outside shooting.
So you have everything at your fingertips that you need to be, premier athlete and hockey player.
The intensity is really high, and every day it seems like players are getting better.
Our culture is unique. From Pee-wee to professionals, we demand the same effort from every athlete, and every athlete receives the same world-class treatment.
At MAP Hockey, our sole emphasis should be and is developing high-character athletes.
Our dedicated, decorated staff will help bring your best to the forefront, both on and off the ice.
That competitive atmosphere that we have here is something special.
It's fun seeing the kids work just as hard as we are.
Red, white, blue. Here we go. Let's go.
At MAP Hockey, we are fully supportive and aligned with the Minnesota development model. We encourage athletes to stay home, develop their skills, and play for their community.
We want to put every kid in a position to have success. We kind of put the emphasis on the individual to, create their own career.
When you walk through these doors, be ready to commit to something bigger than yourself.
I'm TJ Oshie, and this is MAP Hockey.
I'm Justin Falk, and this is MAP Hockey.
I'm JT Brown, and this is MAP Hockey.
This is MAP Hockey.
Four years ago, the open field behind Alexandria High School in Alexandria, Minnesota was vacant. The open space abutted by Pioneer Road was nothing more than something to ignore as residents of Alex moved past on their way to two churches, the Midway 9 movie theater, or the Joanne Fabrics. But over time, the meadow, which the developers rejected, has become the cornerstone. Under the guidance of Rick and Shannon Randazzo, the North Star Christian Academy has gone from a concept born almost 10 years ago to a rising hockey power in the middle of Minnesota's Central Lakes region.
In 2011, my family and I voyaged out on the 50-state, 50-city tour, which brought our family to all 50 states for 30 days, running hockey camps for youth and adults. A year or so went by, and it brought us to 2013. We were here in Minnesota, and I met with some businessmen, some couples at Tim Cullen's house, and the rest of the story was then became a little bit clearer.
There are 25 players taking classes and playing for the North Star Christian Academy team, hailing from 11 states. North Star's academic team ensures the students are meeting the education requirements for high school graduation, with some students even earning college credit along the way.
So our academic
Headed to the second period at the opener, 2019, Lakeville North and Chaska. The Panthers of Lakeville North have a 1-0 lead out of the first period. Chaska's in purple. They'll slide left to right here in this second period. And these Lakeville North Panthers in the white and red. Chaska came out with some great opportunities in that first period. Lakeville North, though, got the only score of the period, courtesy of Ben Monson with about 6 minutes to go. Monson's first goal of the game. A couple of points now for him as he's also got an assist. Trip coming up. And it'll be our third overall penalty. Neither team scored on a power play opportunity. Each had one in the first. And now Lakeville North will get a second. Owen Thomas guilty of the trip near center ice. And so back it will come. Carter Wishart in the first period. Made some excellent saves. He was beaten once. There was a big blast that came from the blue line. So on the other side, Caleb Mayer just one shot better. Lakeville North, 1 for 6 this season on the power play. They hopped that one up on the feed from Caden Smith, working it over. Back in below the blue line it goes, comes out back top for Koenig. Koenig dropped down towards the goal line, wrapped around on this near side, out to the blue line for Pearson. Pearson sets it up there. The pass was tipped, then corralled and knocked home by Caden Smith. Caden Smith's third goal of the season. Then the senior now has 16 goals over the last 2 years combined after a 13-goal season a year ago. That one was tipped in the middle of the ice. Smith hunting it there, and that's the perils of being a man down. A little bit of a tip. Man in the middle was Shane Lavelle, and he just couldn't turn it away enough. Lakeville North just like that, courtesy of the power play. Just under 16 to play. Takes the lead. Or excuse me, extends the lead. Excuse me, Keaton Kranz. I said Caden Smith. They say Keaton Kranz. My fault. So Kranz, he will score his first goal of the season. Monson giving the assist, 2 points for him in the game. Either way you slice it, it is a 2-0 Lakeville North lead. Lakeville North scores for the second time in 7 attempts on the power play. And now with the 2-0 lead, back to even strength of 15.5 minutes to go. Here in this second period. Puck slices across the circles. Jimmy Snuggerud on the far side. The freshman worked it out of the corner. It was deflected too strong. Taken away by Lavelle. Lavelle from the circle, and a whistle slows us down. Will bring us back out towards the blue line. $15:18 to go. Sniper's Edge, Map South Hockey, Tradition Companies, Lotsa Matza, North Star Christian Academy, and Wicked Rags. Bringing you this presentation on Youth Hockey Hub. It's the opener 2019. Once again, bringing in together some of the top competition in the state of hockey. The high school level, as that one's settled in by Wishart. Early in the season to get a glimpse of some of these teams, and it's great. We've got some top teams, Chaska, the Youth Hockey Hub rankings, top 15, top 10 for St. Thomas Academy, who we will see. Other teams that we'll see today, Creighton-Durham Hall and Lakeville North, out of the top 25, but open to make a rise as the season rolls on. This is a good starting point to take a look at. Sully Sholey. Sholey down the ice, and it's deflected away by the pads of Mayer. Work down to the corner, centered back out in front for Renzel. He takes the long shot, and that one off the blocker as it rolled up the heel of the glove of Mayer. Deflected off the blocker into the netting. Settle things down with 14:45 remaining in the period. North Star Christian Academy strives to develop athletes to become fully devoted followers of Jesus Christ with a foundation built on spiritual development, academic advancement, and athletic excellence. North Star Christian Academy, a proud supporter of the opener here on Youth Hockey Hub. Puck poked away. Turnover created by Lakeville North. Caden Smith centers it. And finally, Chaska, or quickly rather, Chaska was able to collapse on that and knock it away. They'll work it out of the zone under control from Joe Lynch. Lynch flies it up ahead, works its way around the stick of Mayer, but Lakeville North able to send it out of the zone again. Knocking off the skate of Caden Smith. Smith trying to drive his way in. He avoids the netminder Wishart, but can't avoid the cage and loses it completely from its moorings there. Knocks the bottle off the shelf and everything. No breaks for Caden Smith. I still think that was 8 that scored that goal, but we'll go with what they said here. 8 and 9. Bunched up on those jerseys. You never know. They're closer than I am. 14-13 remaining. Here in the second period, a 2-0 lead for Lakeville North. 14 minutes and 5 seconds. We'll pause as we've got an icing coming back the other way. 2-0 Lakeville North here on the opener on Youth Hockey Hub. Second period action here on the opener from Bloomington Ice Garden, which is dead smack in the middle of some great looking renovations. They're getting ever closer here. If you haven't been here in a while, Jimmy Snuggerud drives his way down the ice. 2-0 Chaska trails here. Looking for their second win in a row. Chaska Hawks and Lakeville North Panthers. Lakeville is 1-0. First-year head coach Jake Taylor after 6 years as an assistant. 18th year as the head coach for Dave Snuggerud. That's 2 different stops here. He's been consistently on the bench for Chaska since 2012 now, but he had another 10-year stint from 1997 to 2007. Both these guys share the heritage of being Golden Gophers on the ice. One-year defenseman for Jake Taylor. Coach Snuggerud. Dave Snuggerud was a member of the Olympic hockey team in 1988 as he closed down his career at the U. And now they are educating the next generation of hockey players. And a lob of a shot corralled by a Wishart. Carter Wishart, the 9th grader, availing himself pretty well of this opportunity to control the net. We'll see Ryan Kleber is the other goaltender. Excuse me, Kleber's a defenseman. Tyler Harrison is the other goaltender. Tyler Harrison has not played yet. All 3 games, all 3 decisions for Wishart. 13 minutes to go in this second period. Chaska trying to work it through neutral ice or control it through neutral ice, but it's taken away and just slides wide. No shot eventually on there. There's been Tuzano. Took it in tight, had the opportunistic look at it. That one's going to sneak through. It was delayed, no whistle came, and slides in to cut the lead in half. 2-1, Chaska's on the board. Looked like Mayer had the save. And it just snuck in between the pipe and the skate. It was never settled. Sully Sholey got all the congratulations. Ethan Mcdonald there too. Believe it was Sholey. That would be his 4th of the season. We'll wait on the official. Didn't look like it was going to material into much. This one another good look. Charlie Goodrich. Sholey from the combo of 2-3. Number 2, Ethan McDonald. Number 3, Gavin Brown. And it turns it into a 2-1 game. Chaska trailing Lakeville North here with plenty of time left in this first game of the opener. 12:25 to go. Ben Davidson works it up ice, finds Caden Smith, flying wide, center back towards the middle, left there for Kranz. Kranz through traffic, had it knocked around, loose puck, and eventually controlled by Wishart. A lot of traffic there, both in blue, in purple and in white. Wishart able to keep his eye on the bouncing puck. Map South Hockey was founded over 13 years ago to provide athletes the opportunity to compete alongside other top players and to be challenged and mentored by elite coaches. For more information, visit mapsouth.hockey. Held in right at the blue line by Monson. He whips it around. I thought they were going to go for a change, but they leave it in the zone. Chaska takes it away. Controlled and pushed ahead by Calvin Barrett. Defensive captain there. It ends up in the crease. Little shoulder by Tom Shandorf. Bumps the skater off his path with 11:50 to go. This 2-1 game. Chaska right back in it looking for the equalizer here. Lavelle behind the net. Back out in front. It was on the stick of Barrett and he couldn't hang on to it and fire it home. Instead it pops out to Koenig. Koenig leaves it across and a little chance at a redirect was there for Shandorf. It was just too far out in front of him. He and Wishart clip and then fly into the net. Face-offs coming out to neutral ice. 11:36 remaining in this second period. 2-0 lead early in the period after a 1-0 lead coming out of the first for Lakeville North. Chaska just got on the board about a minute ago. Cut the lead back down to 1. That puck somehow goes on its edge, flying through the air and stays away from the netting. Keeps things in play here at the home of the Jefferson Jaguars. Bouncing puck in behind the Chaska net. Tipped its way out of the zone, then bumped right back down by Ben Davidson. Only Chaska home. Little pressure coming out there for Innebeck. Innebeck spent 2 minutes in the penalty box in the first period. Charlie Goodrich chasing the puck for Chaska down to the corner. That one held in by Gavin Brown. Brown with an assist a moment ago to Mcdonald. Down a little deeper. Little extra pass. Comes back out to Brown between the circles, trying to dance its way with the puck into Scholey. He couldn't find it. 10:40 to go here in this second period. Scholey along, goes back out in front. A swing for Ethan Mcdonald. It just goes wide. Scholey bumping his way back towards the puck. Olmshot trying to keep it alive. Back in front again. Stopping a save for Mayer. Turned away Mcdonald once and twice. Chaska still maintaining pressure. Little feed through traffic for Ryan Kleber. Kleber's feed tracked down at the near side boards and taken out by North. Jack working it up ice. He's surrounded by Hawks. Pushed back out on the near side for Owen Thomas. Thomas flying down, back between the circles. Long shot save from Mayer. 10-10 remaining in the second period. It'll be a face-off in the North zone. Next time you're shopping for a great frozen pizza, choose Brew Pub's Latza Matza Pizza, the only pizza with a half pound of Wisconsin cheese on every pie. Right off the draw, Chaska tries to whip around the cage quickly. Joe Lynch couldn't get the backhand to fly past the netting. Loose puck, far side. Chaska still alive for it. Lynch over there on the spot again. It's eventually Magnuson. Filters the puck in along the boards with 9:50 to go here in this second period. Worked out towards Kranz. Kranz spinning back to try and find some space and a little settle, and he does, up to Monson. Monson's feed too strong. And also had a man in the zone, so that'll come back out. Tradition Companies, locally owned and operated, the parent company to new home builders, golf courses, land development, banking, mortgage, and title services. For more information, visit traditioncompanies.com, proud supporter of high school hockey and the opener here on Youth Hockey Hub. Goal apiece here in the second period. 1 goal in the first is the difference right now for Lakeville North. So they've got this 2-1 advantage. Snuggerud just does stop up the progress of A.J. Anello through neutral ice. Hamstrings things for just a moment. 19 wins a year ago, 9-1 in the Metro West for the Chaska Hawks. Lakeville, long shot saved by Wishart. Glove saves it, earns the draw, coming off to his left with 9:15 to go in the second period. Lost to Eden Prairie in the section tournament. It's a 7-3 final, Section 2. That is a grinder to get through. Every single year. Doesn't look like Eden Prairie is certainly not going to let up this year. New faces on that Eagles team as well. Try and work their way back from what was a heart-rending end to the season in the championship game. But that's what Chaska gets to deal with in Section 2. They had won 9 straight before they lost that one season ago. Big check, no arms in the air. There's a stick down on the ice. That's a Chaska Hawk. Scholey paid for his trouble there. 8:50 to go. 2-1 lead for Lakeville North. So they're not running away with it. They won their first game 7-1 over Northfield. We mentioned made the move up from Class A to 2A here, breaking out. Pass up ahead to Smith. Smith fires that one wide, and it bangs off the boards. Chance coming on the near side for Lakeville North. Pokes out of the zone, Ethan Mcdonald. McDonald with speed. He sends that one hard in towards Mayer. Uses the blocker to redirect back into the netting with 8:29 remaining here in the second. You talk heart-rending. Lakeville North, of course, just a game over 500 when all was said and done last year, so not to the heights they had been even 3 seasons ago when they won 20 games. But their season ended in a first-round loss, or excuse me, in the title game loss in Section 1 to Lakeville South. One thing to lose it in the season, another thing to do it in the title game to your rival team, and the crosstown rival at that. Chaska avoids a breakaway for Lakeville North. Little pass up ahead for Snuggerud as a man hit the deck. Snuggerud flies in and puts it on Mayer's stomach. That one created, though, up at the blue line by Calvin Barrett. Bauer Berry. He was going down to the deck, just got a stick on it, enough to send it to Snuggerud. After the initial breakaway into the zone by Lakeville North was stopped up by Ryan Kleber. So everybody gets a little helper on that attempt to push this into the zone for Chaska. Berry takes the puck off the draw, but it slides wide of Kleber. He's got to track it back to neutral ice. Comes back in, deflects down off his stick, deeper into the zone. 7:50 to go. Second period action here, 2-1 lead for Lakeville North. Down towards the corner, left side of Mayer, the keeper for the Panthers. Big swing, Snuggerud, and that hit all of everything but the back of the net. And nearly made its way through. Now a loose puck, files in front, little backhand shovel, once and twice, deflected away. Lavelle on the doorstep, couldn't put enough on it to get it home. Now a loose puck for Shandorf. Shandorf walled off by Kleber, near side. Eventually loses the puck. Magnuson and Shandorf collide back on the backboards. Puck springs free with 7 minutes to go here in the second period. All the way up ice. And Keaton Kranz was 3 or 4 steps offside to draw the puck back out to neutral ice. Take your game to the edge. Sniper's Edge Hockey was the original and continues to be the leader in bringing the best hockey training aids to players from mites to pros. Check out Sniper's Edge this weekend for tons of Black Friday savings. Quick drive off the draw right in on the pads of Mayer. You got to be on your toes even as the draw is coming on. Thomas took it away. Thomas fires it in. And Mayer covers this one and corrals it with 6:55 to go. That's Owen Thomas, a senior. He's yet to score this year in the first 3 games, but had 5 goals and 7 assists a season ago. That tied him with Sully Scholey for the most goals coming, third most goals coming back from a year ago. Nick Olmshad had 11 and Shane Lavelle, as mentioned, had 19. North with possession off the draw, but not out of their zone yet. Now they do hop it ahead. Flying to the near side, Kochever. And an offside. He had a man inside of him, Keaton Kranz, your goal scorer here in the second. Kranz from Munson in the second. Munson from Shandorf in the first. The 2 goals for Lakeville North. And Sully Scholey from McDonald and Brown here in the second. And the goals for Chaska. 6:38 to go. We were still scoreless at this point in the first. Had that one Lakeville North goal from Munson. Spring out of the net for Mayer to try and track that one down. He gets right back out in front as the Hawks hold the zone. Puck pushed through and dangerously hops up over the cage. Mayer had an eye on it, and again, he deflects one high towards the netting. This will bring things to a stop with 6:17 to go. Second time we see a puck fly out of play. We're on at least our 3rd puck of the game here. Holy Family Catholic will be the opponent tomorrow in the opener, so you can catch Lakeville North in action again right here. Same channel, same spot on the interwebs. 6:10 remaining in this period. A drive in towards the net right side. Mayer down to Anita, stick right with it. Chaska sticking right with it, maintaining at least a bouncing puck presence in the Lakeville North zone. Force the Panthers to skate it backwards to try and clear it out. Finally does hop up over the blue line and out of play. Chaska first to it, though. Burkholder settles it down. He takes a big check as he flies the puck to Olmshad far side. North on it with 5:45 to go. Back out it flies to Innebeck. Innebeck in towards the middle for Jack. Jack, long shot, gets all the pad of Wishart. Hops up high to the goal line. In tight for Innebeck. Innebeck surrounded by 2 purple shirts, and it brings the puck on the near side boards all the way out of the zone. Koenig, fighting with his own balance for possession right there. He lost it. There's Snuggerud. Fires the long shot. Wide angle spread for Mayer to make that save and finally cover it up. Snuggerud close again. He's been in on a couple of golden opportunity chances. Then Scholey was on the back end of that to potentially equalize this game. But Caleb Mayer, all the flexing, He got that last attempt with the left toe. This one flies right in at his face, and he gloves it away. But it was Sully Sholey who flew in just to the goal line after the first attempt. Dropped in there by Snuggerud. And the toe tap for Mayer keeps us a 2-1 score for Lakeville North. 5:04 to go in the second period. Players filtering in for game number 2. And we will have a penalty. As we pause, thank our sponsors here with 5:04 to go in the second, 2-1 Lakeville North. Back with you here, period number 2. Similar script to period number 1. Late period penalty opportunity for Chaska. They're down a goal. 5 minutes to go, and the penalty on Ben Monson puts Lakeville North down a skater. Snuggerud through neutral ice. He'll take the quick shot, knocked down by the glove, and then ripped off the crease by a friendly stick. A little fake of the high point shot. Drops the pass down to Snuggerud. He gets one fed through to the pads of Mayer. Mayer playing strong there. He got a little help on the doorstep as he couldn't quite pluck that last shot cleanly out of the air. Now Jimmy Snuggerud, the freshman, is yet to score on the season, but not for lack of opportunity in this one. There have been some near misses turned away by Wishart, the netminder here early. Or rather, coming to past the midway point of this one, but throughout the initial stages. Sholey drops it down. He's got the lone goal of the game. Power play for another minute 15. North able to work it out of the zone. It hops up towards the bench as Caden Smith trying to hang on to it. 1 for 2 on the power play for Lakeville North. Their second period goal was a man-up situation. So they have killed off now 6 of the 6 penalty opportunities for opponents. Chaska 0 for 1 today, now 2 for 12 on the season. Aggressive play by Mayer, coming all the way out of the net to play it. Back to the blue line it goes for Burkholder. And they can't hold it on for the Chaska Hawks. 55 seconds to go. And you get the feeling you got a whole period to go after this with another 4 minutes left in this one, but it's the type of opportunity if the Hawks are going to knock off Lakeville North here today after trailing twice by a goal. Need to cash in on these. Soley back out in front. Burkholder, all kinds of space. He'll direct it back over to Soley. Soley on the near side circle. Drops down to the goal line. Soley feeds his way through. The pad saved by Mayer down towards the corner. 30 seconds to go in the power play. Hawks work it back out to Burkholder. Burkholder between the circles, fires it over far side. Rinzel back to the near side. That was deflected on the Olmscheid effort. Back out in front. Long feed through, goes off the pads. Burkholder finally tried his hand there from the point. Now Lakeville North will clear it out. 8 seconds to go in the power plays. It's stopped up by Wishart. Burkholder tries to feed it up ice, and they won't do much with it. Final second, off Monson, back out. It's 5-on-5 hockey. He'll go to the bench and change, so they're still missing a defender as the shot from Burkholder sails wide off the glass. There's the new defender, and it's been Koenig. He's there right to tip it out ahead to Kranz. Kranz takes the shot, dangles it off the pipe with the backhand. Kranz was in looking for goal number 2, nearly got it. Cling, clang goes the medal. And the goaltender for Wishart, or rather the best friend for Wishart, is that left pipe right now. 2-1 still for Lakeville North here in the second with 2 minutes and 45 seconds remaining in this period. St. Thomas Academy, Cretin-Durham Hall come your way next. Lavelle up ice looking for the equalizer, fires it in, deflected away by Mayer. Mayer's put on a clinic at times late in this second period. That one did sneak out of the zone. Magnuson dumps it back in. Once again, in come the Hawks. Puck deflected all the way back down. Tracked there by Calvin Barrett. Barrett couldn't work it past Koenig. Koenig and Shandorf looking for a shot. Koenig couldn't take it off the stick of Snuggerud. Snuggerud flies in, goes right side Lavelle. Lavelle couldn't take the shot. Now short angle, goes in. Snuggerud on the back door, and it's whistled dead as the net comes loose. Owen Thomas hacking at it too with 2:02 to go. Here in this 2-1 lead for Lakeville North. The opener coming down to the final 17 minutes here. Wicked Rags is the inventor of the Sock Jock. The Sock Jock eliminates the need for separate compression pants, jock support, and hockey socks with one wicked pair of pants. Everybody trading the stretchy Turkey Day pants for the athletic pants today. Sock Jock can help you out with that. Wicked Rags. 2:02 remaining in the period. Kranz goes over to Smith. Smith couldn't get the shot away. He was walled off well by Gavin Brown. Brown in the fight over there. Bennett jacks some fresh legs defensively to peel the puck away along the boards. Chaska fans wanted the big hit to be whistled. Stick knocked around a couple of times for Gavin Brown, 2 on that weak side. Minute 35 to go, and that puck flips up into the scorer's box. It's going to bring the draw to the stick side of Wishart. Wishart watching. That one's taken below the goal line. Burkholder spins it back out outside the circles towards neutral ice, where Lakeville North will slap it back down, but it's caught up in traffic. Out of the traffic comes Ethan McDonald. McDonald flings it far side. Surely goes flying to the deck after he let that one roll towards Mayer, who made the stop again. Loose puck. Kranz trying to dump it out towards Caden Smith. And the whistle will slow us down here with all kinds of traffic around the blue line. And this will come to center ice with 1:09 to go here in the second. Puck controlled by the Hawks. They've been hunting the equalizer since they got the goal from Sully Sholey with 12:56 to go. And now they got a minute to go to try and do it if they're going to do it before the third period begins. That puck just held in on the far side by Magnuson. He's hounded though, and the puck sprung free. Magnuson has to turn and dump it right back in. Olmscheid the last to touch up as it goes back to Mayer. 45 seconds remaining here in the second period. Caught up in the corner. The Hawks hold it in out to Burkholder. Burkholder never got a clean look at that. Still fighting against two Panthers, and it's free just to neutral ice, forcing the Hawks to touch up. 27 seconds remain here in the second period. Puck at neutral ice. Spun up ahead. Long run for Kochever. Puck past him again. The icing never touched a Hawk. Will bring us back down with 13.5 seconds to go in the second period. North plays here tomorrow. A week from tomorrow, they'll be at Farmington. So just 2 games in the span of a week after they play back-to-back nights here. Thursday, they'll be against Lakeville South, and that will be at home. So they get some rivalry action out of the way quickly. 2-1. Lakeville North wins the draw. That's what they need, and they sneak it home. 2/3 of the hat trick for Keaton Kranz, and he does it with 6.7 to go in the second period. Just got it around that pipe that denied him once before. Had the better of it the second time around, and Kranz, who won the draw initially, springs it off the boards and sneaks it home. So the lead back up to 2. 6.7 seconds left. It's flown up into the bench. So Kranz even. Kranz on the power play. He gives them a second 2-goal lead. They kept the first one for only about 3 minutes. They'll at least have a good shot at keeping this one into the locker room. The draw is in the Chaska. The Lakeville North zone. A little stick tapping going on. And they're not going to drop the puck until Caden Smith drops in tighter, and Lakeville North cooperates, and all that just to play the final couple seconds. But how about Keaton Kranz? His first 2 goals of the season. They both come in the second period, at the start and at the end, and it gives Lakeville North a 3-1 lead going to the third. The third period will be on its way next as you've got the opener on Youth Hockey Hub.
Program is very unique in a way because we're bringing in players from all over the country. This year we have 12 different states represented, which means we have to take a look at 12 different high school programs that are going on across the country. We take a look at where the players are at. We try and integrate where they're at to where they want to be. We look forward to the academic goals that they may have, also along with the college goals that they have.
Since coming to North Star, my hockey has just developed and improved tremendously. And before in Fargo, I maybe could have played Division I and gotten noticed, but the chances wouldn't have been as high as when I came here. And now I'm getting a lot more attention and looks, and hopefully my chances to play Division I are a lot higher. So,
while North Star Christian Academy prides itself on a successful hockey start, the development of the whole person is the primary goal of the little school in Alexandria.
So I think that the 3 main levels of growth that I've had in my life would be the 3 pillars that we base the school bases itself off of, which is faith, school, and hockey. And I think those have been massive. I think, especially in faith. I mean, we wake up every morning at 7 in the morning, and we have a Devo every morning. So that's huge. Then we're on the ice 2.5 to 3 hours a day, and then we're in the classroom for 5. So we're learning and we're growing in all aspects of our life all the time.
It's a full life for North Star Christian athletes. The Academy's 70,000 square foot athletic facility not only gives the players a place to hone their skills, but it's a touch point for the rest of their day. Serving something higher than yourself takes discipline, sacrifice, and commitment. With the schedules of that Tier 1 teams follow, it would be easy for the players and administrators to lose sight of the Academy's original goal. But between classes, hockey, and traveling around the country for competition, the Knights make it a priority to remind themselves of their ultimate focus.
It's not uncommon to see NHL stars walking through our halls.
What I need, what I think NHL players need, I think it's the premier. It's as good as it gets.
If you look out there, there's 15 to 20 NHL guys any day could be skating.
But they don't sign autographs.
Ready, go!
They're here for the same reason you are. They're a reflection of what passion, hard work, and determination can become.
The younger kids can see what we're doing, and they can see what the older kids are doing, and emulate that to see what it takes to get to the next level.
MAP is the premier hockey development program in the Twin Cities, and the reasons are very clear.
I like coming to MAP because it's very competitive. Everybody comes out here, works their best.
The opportunity is here to take advantage of whatever the individual wants to take advantage of, whether it's on ice, off ice, outside shootings.
You have everything at your fingertips that you need to be, premier athlete and hockey player.
The intensity is really high, and every day it seems like players are getting better.
Our culture is unique. From Pee-wee to professionals, we demand the same effort from every athlete, and every athlete receives the same world-class treatment.
At MAP Hockey, our sole emphasis should be and is developing high-character athletes.
Our dedicated, decorated staff will help bring your best to the forefront, both on and off the ice.
That competitive atmosphere that we have here is something special.
It's fun seeing the kids work just as hard as we are.
Red, white, blue. Here we go. Let's go.
At MAP Hockey, we are fully supportive and aligned with the Minnesota development model. We encourage athletes to stay home, develop their skills, and play for their community.
We want to put every kid in a position to have success. We kind of put the emphasis on the individual to, create their own career.
When you walk through these doors, be ready to commit to something bigger than yourself.
I'm TJ Oshie, and this is MAP Hockey.
I'm Justin Falk, and this is MAP Hockey.
I'm JT Brown, and this is MAP Hockey.
This is MAP Hockey.
Four years ago, the open field behind Alexandria High School in Alexandria, Minnesota was vacant. The open space abutted by Pioneer Road was nothing more than something to ignore as residents of Alex moved past on their way to two churches, the Midway 9 movie theater, or the Joanne Fabrics. But over time, the meadow, which the developers rejected, has become the cornerstone. Under the guidance of Rick and Shannon Randazzo, the North Star Christian Academy has gone from a concept born almost 10 years ago to a rising hockey power in the middle of Minnesota's Central Lakes region.
In 2011, my family and I voyaged out on the 50-state, 50-city tour, which brought our family to all 50 states for 30 days, running hockey camps for youth and adults. A year or so went by, and it brought us to 2013. We were here in Minnesota, and I met with some businessmen, some couples at Tim Cullen's house, and the rest of the story was then became a little bit clearer.
There are 25 players taking classes and playing for the North Star Christian Academy team, hailing from 11 states. North Star's academic team ensures the students are meeting the education requirements for high school graduation, with some students even earning college credit along the way.
So our academic program is very unique in a way because we're bringing in players from all over the country. This year we have 12 different states represented, which means we have to take a look at 12 different high school programs that are going on across the country. We take a look at where the players are at. We try and integrate where they're at to where they want to be. We look forward to the academic goals that they may have, also along with the college goals that they have.
Since coming to North Star, my hockey has just developed and improved tremendously. And before in Fargo, I maybe could have played Division I and gotten noticed, but the chances wouldn't have been as high as when I came here, and now I'm getting a lot more attention and looks, and hopefully my chances to play Division I are a lot higher. So,
while North Star Christian Academy prides itself on a successful hockey start, the development of the whole person is the primary goal of the little school in Alexandria.
So I think that the three main levels of growth that I've had in my life would be the three pillars that we base the school bases itself off of, which is faith, God, or faith, school, and hockey. And I think those have been massive. I think, especially in faith. I mean, we wake up every morning at 7 in the morning, and we have a Devo every morning. So that's huge. Then we're on the ice 2.5 to 3 hours a day, and then we're in the classroom for 5. So we're learning and we're growing in all aspects of our life all the time.
It's a full life for North Star Christian athletes. The Academy's 70,000 square foot athletic facility not only gives the players a place to hone their skills, but it's a touch point for the rest of their day. Serving something higher than yourself takes discipline, sacrifice, and commitment. With the schedules of that Tier 1 teams follow, it would be easy for the players and administrators to lose sight of the Academy's original goal. But between classes, hockey, and traveling around the country for competition, the Knights make it a priority to remind themselves of their ultimate focus.
It's not uncommon to see NHL stars walking through our halls.
What I need, what I think NHL players need, I think it's the premier. It's as good as it gets.
If you look out there, there's 15 to 20 NHL guys any day could be skating.
But they don't sign autographs.
Ready, go!
They're here for the same reason you are. They're a reflection of what passion, hard work, and determination can become.
The younger kids can see what we're doing, and they can see what the older kids are doing and emulate that to see what it takes to get to the next level.
MAP is the premier hockey development program in the Twin Cities, and the reasons are very clear.
I like coming to MAP because it's very competitive. Everybody comes out here, works their best.
The opportunity is here to take advantage of whatever the individual wants to take advantage of, whether it's on ice, off ice, outside shooting.
You have everything at your fingertips that you need to be, premier athlete and hockey player.
The intensity is really high, and every day it seems like players are getting better.
Our culture is unique. From Pee-wee to professionals, we demand the same effort from every athlete, and every athlete receives the same world-class treatment.
At MAP Hockey, our sole emphasis should be and is developing high-character athletes.
Our dedicated, decorated staff will help bring your best to the forefront, both on and off the ice.
That competitive atmosphere that we have here is something special.
It's fun seeing the kids work just as hard as we are.
Red, white, blue. Here we go. Let's go.
At MAP Hockey, we are fully supportive and aligned with the Minnesota development model. We encourage athletes to stay home, develop their skills, and play for their community.
We want to put every kid in a position to have success. We kind of put the emphasis on the individual to, create their own career.
When you walk through these doors, be ready to commit to something bigger than yourself.
I'm TJ Oshie, and this is MAP Hockey.
I'm Justin Falk, and this is MAP Hockey.
I'm JT Brown, and this is MAP Hockey.
This is MAP Hockey.
One more period to go here between Chaska and Lakeville North. From Bloomington Ice Garden, it's the opener. 3-1, Lakeville North leads. Back-to-back goals in the second period, or rather 2 goals in the second period. By Keaton Crans, the difference right now. Ben Monson scored in the first for Lakeville North. The lone score came early in the second for Sully Sholey of the Chaska Hawks. Glad you're with us. J.W. Cox here 5 or 6 rows above the ice at the Bloomington Ice Garden is Lakeville North. Again, got another save from Caleb Mayer, who has let in 1 goal, and it came just sliding past the pipe and his outstretched toe as he was tucked up against that right side post as they attacked the opposite way in period number 2. That's the only thing that's beaten him, and he has more than made up for that with some big-time saves to keep this game in a lead for Lakeville North. Right to left going the Hawks in purple, left to right goes Luke Jeck and the Lakeville North Panthers. Jeck nearly had that one poked away, and eventually it was poked away. Loose up to Owen Thomas. Thomas looking for help now, spins around, gets the help from the boards on the near side as he was watched by Cole Pearson. Gasparini in the corner, pinned in there by the captain, Shane Lavelle. Lavelle hunting after the puck. Bauer Berry down there too in purple. That one just slipped out of the zone, just slips past Lavelle. Lakeville North able to dump it down. 15:48 to go. Game number 1 of 2 here tonight. The second one will come up at 7 o'clock. 7 o'clock start time scheduled for Creighton-Durham Hall and St. Thomas Academy, the nightcapper of day 1 of the opener here on Youth Hockey Hub. Tomorrow, well, you can stay home. With the blizzard conditions predicted, you can stay home and watch some hockey. We'll bring it to you at Lakeville North and St. Thomas Academy in action again. Blake and Holy Family Catholic joining the fray as that puck cleared off the doorstep eventually by Ben Monson. And Lakeville North to push it away. Chaska trying to find a way to set up some shop in the Lakeville North zone. Come away with a goal that way as Wishart has that one come flying in towards him and just redirected around. Off the boards, far side, run out for Bauer Berry. Berry at the circle, drags and fires too wide. Tried to challenge Mayer, didn't get it on the net. Hawks have had a couple of power play opportunities. They're 0 for 2. One of the goals in that second period on the power play for Lakeville North. They've got it in behind the net, trying to rip it back out in front. Little backhand try right there for A.J. Hayter. Hayter couldn't connect. 14:35 to go here in the third period to make it a 2-goal lead at 3-1 for Lakeville North. Puck slides free into the zone all the way back down for the icing. Bring it back the other way for Chaska. Sniper's Edge, Map South Hockey, Tradition Companies, Latza Matza, North Star Christian Academy, and Wicked Rags. Partnering with Youth Hockey Hub to bring you the opener 2019. Glad you're with us. J.W. Cox here. Tom Witchen with an encyclopedic knowledge of high school sports in general, certainly hockey right chief among them. Longtime broadcaster of high school athletics here in the state. We'll have the 2 games covered for you tomorrow here on Youth Hockey Hub. Lakeville North with it in behind the net. Trying to push it up ahead. Chaska gets the turnover in front. Joe Lynch had his shot deflected high. And eventually the whistle brings us to a stop as that one goes into the netting. 14:04 to go here in the first. Tradition Companies, locally owned and operated. Parent company to new home builders, golf courses, land development, banking, mortgage, and title services. For more information, visit traditioncompanies.com. Tradition Companies, proud supporter of the opener here on Youth Hockey Hub. Lakeville North unable to peel it out of their own zone, forced to play it backwards with Gasparini. North again with the puck hopping around. Ethan Mcdonald forcing the issue, keeping some pressure on as it streaks out past the far side boards all the way back to Magnuson. Trying to play it for Chaska. Magnuson pushes it to the far side for Calvin Barrett. The 2 D sticks work their way ahead as it's up to Sholey behind Sholey's heel. Puck bounces free towards McDonald. Now it's left alone. McDonald up to try and play it. His own defenseman Magnuson fires that one into the side of his skate. 13:18 to go here in the third. Chaska looking to go to work. Setting up shop with a long bomb from Barrett that's deflected. Down towards the corner, McDonald. Spinning in, out of the corner. Back it goes to the blue line and sneaks past Barrett. Chaska the partial change. They'll leave the defensive sticks out there. Step around for Magnuson. He'll feed it ahead between the circles. Now he and his fellow defender will go out and make it a complete change. Under 13 to play here in the third period. Scoreless so far. Lakeville North scored twice in the second. Chaska scored once. Lakeville North had the only goal in that first period. A.J. Anello got tangled up with Gavin Brown right in front of us. Puck sprung free by Snuggerud on the far side. He is springy himself, flying to the puck, ends up right in the heat of things. Quick as a wink does the freshman Snuggerud. He's after the puck again, springs it out free. Little dangle at the crease, and there's Shane Lavelle trying to spin and fire it home. Never got everything on it. Loose puck deflected by Lakeville North. In between the circles, a dangerous spot for Chaska, but they couldn't crash it home. With 12:17 to go, comes back down to the other end. Be a stick side draw for Mayer. 94% on the save percentage, and that's not going to take too much of a hit. Goals against average. Well, he played one game, gave up one goal, so that math is easy to do, and so far he's sticking right there with that. 7-1 in the first for Lakeville North. In their first game, 3-1 here so far in this one with 12-12 to go and a breakout ahead for Caden Smith. He's upended, loses the puck along the backboards. Pushed out just past the goal line, deflected out in front by Smith. Try to hang on to it. Excuse me, that was Jack who got a piece of it. Not pushed out of the zone yet. Cran's the 2-goal man. Trying to do the dirty work, too. He does eventually come out of a pack of two different Hawks. Finds Smith, flying up by Smith, running in on Wishart. Smith, backhand save from Wishart. Diving out in front, covers the crease to keep it 3-1. 11:39 to go. Lakeville North stalking the Chaska zone, and they'll fire that one along the goal line, and Wishart will knock it away. We pause to thank our sponsors here with the Youth Hockey Hub presentation of the opener. Lakeville North with the lead here in the third. Just 11.5 minutes to go in regulation. Chaska, they've never been tied, and they have never led. Trailed it 1-0 early, 2-0, then 2-1, and now 3-1. Trying to peel the puck out of their own zone. Spencer Brash trying to keep him from doing that for Lakeville North. In tight, loose puck as Wishart thought he had it, and it rolled back down in front. 11:06 to go. They'll get the change. You can take your game to the edge with Sniper's Edge Hockey, the original, and continues to be the leader in bringing the best hockey training aids to players from mites to pros. Check out Sniper's Edge this weekend for tons of Black Friday savings. Plenty of Black Friday left here with 5 o'clock not even approached yet. Hope everybody's had a safe and happy holiday weekend so far, and the hockey season young, but you get to the opener, and that's when things really start to pick up with 2 games or more a week for some of these programs. Certainly by the time you hit December, they get into that routine, take the Christmas pause, and then they'll do it again all throughout January and February. Great defensive work out in front. Gavin Brown helping as an outlet there to knock things down. Snuggerud, man in front, stalling things for Lakeville North. Up on the near side for Bauer Berry. Just able to free the puck towards Lavelle for a moment. Snuggerud was there to knock it away, but eventually Koenig takes it away for Lakeville North. Puck tapped by Gavin Brown. Back it goes to the captain, Lavelle. Lavelle sneaks around one defender, let the puck go free. Couldn't find a friendly stick. Anello and Lavelle. Lavelle dumps it off to Snuggerud. Back to Lavelle. Nice little pocket pass. Through the crease he goes, the slot rather, and he could not hang on to the puck. Lost it to the corner, Cole Pearson. Pearson, he flies across a couple of lines right there. Left the puck back of the blue line, picked up by Monson. Monson streams it ahead, wrapping it around the boards with 9:45 remaining in this third period. Lakeville North, they'd love to score, but they stay even, and they've done their job here. We've had goals in every period so far. One in the first, that one dangerously right back out in front, looking for Scholey, who's got the only goal for the Hawks. Back to the blue line it goes. Big blast from Burkholder. Big hit on the boards, springs Magnuson off the puck. Loose puck comes to Smith on the near side. Caden Smith flies it out towards neutral ice. It's fed towards Jeck. Jeck spins it around using the boards to his advantage. Ends up in behind the net with 9:14 and counting here in this third period. Hawks unable to clear the zone. They've got numbers back in there at the moment. Now things even up as Lakeville North tries to pitch the 10. Back it comes. Chaska stalls things and now clears the zone. Ethan McDonald chasing that, and they'll get the icing call. The feed ahead came well short of center ice. Wicked Rags is the inventor of the Sock Jock. The Sock Jock eliminates the need for separate compression pants, jock support, and hockey socks with one wicked pair of pants. Wicked Pants and Wicked Rags, a proud supporter of the opener. Support you in a couple different ways. 3-1, the lead for Lakeville North. 8:48 to go. It'll be a matchup with Evelyn Gilbert area next up for Chaska on Friday. So they'll take basically the week, and then they'll play the very next day against Bloomington Kennedy and get a game a week from Tuesday at Orono. So that Evelyn Gilbert area game is at home at Chaska, then their next two on the road. The Hawks, told you in the first period, they've had a results, every result you could possibly have so far through 3 games. Win, loss, and tie, 1-1 and 1 into this one. Their latest was a victory, trying to string 2 of them together. It was a long win streak towards the end of last year, right before their season came to a close against the eventual state runners-up, Eden Prairie. Now facing this Lakeville North team that won 20 games 3 seasons ago, 29 total with a 15-win season and 14-win season over the past 2 years. Last year, 3 of their 13 losses by a goal, 5 more of those by just 2 goals. So very tight in some of those games, and now a first-year head coach. Right off the draw, the snare made by Mayer. And that's what we talked about in that second period. The opener, sure, you love to look at expectations. Everybody likes to make lists and figure out who's going to be the best this early. The spin and fire for Shane Lavelle. But this becomes the first building block for several of these teams to go challenge themselves in these early days of the season. And it's not what you do right now, it is how you build. The Blake Bears, their interim head coach, Rob McClanahan, had a comment after his team fell to Andover, dropped a game late. They'd love to go 25-0, but that's not going to happen. It's all about getting better by the time you get to game number 25 and towards the postseason. And this is where it all starts here, is quickly Mayer turns another one away with a bouncing puck, eventually fluttered out from in front of his face. And they'll say no icing. So 7:10 to go here in this third. We play on. Every second that ticks away without Chaska finding the back of the net here in the third works to the advantage of Lakeville North. They've led all the way. Spencer Brash tips it into the zone. Didn't play much in the first period, but we've seen him late in the second and now fresh legs again here in the third. 6:50 to go. We went this long through the first period without a score. Then Lakeville North got on the board, courtesy of Ben Monson, his first of the season. Stayed 1-0 after 1. Keaton Kranz scored just about a minute into period number 2. Made it 2-0. That was answered 2 minutes later by Sully Sholey. His 4th goal of the season for the Chaska Hawks. Long shot directed by the right pad off the stick of Davidson. And saved by Wishart. 6:15 remaining. And then Kranz would score at out the back door of the second period to make it 3-1. We haven't had any penalties here in the third. Lakeville North is 1 for 2 on the power play. That one, little hesitation to clear that off the doorstep for Davidson. Eventually it was cleared. And a whistle comes. I didn't see the puck go out of play, and it's there in the corner. Did Lakeville North take a timeout? No. 6:02 to go. No penalty. Might have been some confusion on the boards on that far side. Well, there is a penalty. So a substitution issue on Lakeville North, and that will put Keaton Kranz into the box and make it 5-on-4. So Well, you talk about an opportunity in a moment. Chaska, if they want to come back in this game, they've got to get one of these on the power play. So it was. They were just sorting out the penalty. So now a 5-on-4 for another minute 38 with 5:38 remaining in the game. Chaska trying to get this down to a 1-goal affair. Magnuson out there. Magnuson and Barrett will try to run things from the blue line, but they turned it over. Couldn't enter it in, so 35 seconds gone, and they've not been in their zone yet. Save for that initial draw. Caden Smith is up there, hampering everybody's progress. Snuggerud snipers from outside the circle and makes it a 1-goal game. Well, you could have seen that go through 5-on-5, but it's a power play goal nonetheless. And Jimmy Snuggerud, who has been awful close to finding his first goal of the season time after time already in this first one, he finally nets it from distance. So with 5:13 to go, the slimmest of margins back in play. Three to 2. You almost got the feeling Will Magnuson got the assist. You almost got the feeling that was the only way you were going to beat Meyer from deep, maybe get his eye line off the puck, because in tight he has been nearly unbeatable. And that one just from about a step or a slide past the blue line. Now the breakaway answer. Tom Shandorf snuck past the defense, goes top shelf, and gives Lakeville North the 2-goal lead again. Less than 40 seconds later, Shandorf that'll be his first of the year. Matches that with an assist earlier on goal number 1 of this game and makes it 4-2. So Chaska took the step forward, gives one back.
Number 12, Tom Shandler. Assistant number 4, Mario Gasparini. That's Shandler from Gasparini. Time of the straight goal, 4 minutes and 34 seconds.
Gasparini given the assist. That's his second of the year. Well, it was an exciting 40 seconds when we had that 1-goal game, and now Chaska right back where they were before the deep shot from Snuggerud. Retouch required for Lakeville North as they dumped it in. So now 3:50 to go. Chaska securely against the wall here. And the icing will bring it back down the other way. But they fought. And well, Lakeville North, I think at times when you look at preseason expectations, some of the unknowns can turn around quickly. Maybe not sure with a brand new coach. They had some quality coming back, but only one returning double-digit scorer from last year. So not like they're loaded with guys that were big-time contributors at a high level last year. So it might be easy to think, all right, well, middle of the pack, we'll see what they do to get better. But clearly we've seen some scoring even outside of Caden Smith, who's that one double-digit scorer coming back. Shandorf, Monson, and 2 for Keaton Kranz to build the 4 goals in this one for Coach Taylor. So they've put up 11 goals in their first 2 games Still with 3:18 to work in this one. North Star Christian Academy strives to develop athletes to become fully devoted followers of Christ with a foundation built on spiritual development, academic advancement, and athletic excellence. North Star Christian Academy, a proud supporter of the opener 2019 here on Youth Hockey Hub. Whistle. And we'll get the draw because the net came loose again. They've been a little touchy here since the first period. Chaska can't hang on to the zone right off the draw, so it's forced to be played back by Magnuson and Barrett. Snuggerud slices past two defenders. He's got some speed, and they'll say offsides. Bauer Berry was into the zone. Far side away from Snuggerud. It's going to bring us out to neutral. Near side, Lavelle goes flying in, and the save from Mayer. Will that be the last tight one he's got to make? He's had a highlight reel full of them so far in this first game of the opener that when it was still very much in doubt, another one sneaks in towards the crease, and he covers it up with a whistle coming in. 2:24 to go in this game.
6 nets up.
That one actually, it was because the net came jarred loose. They eventually blew it dead, even with the puck sliding around a bit there. In a 2-goal game, Chaska has pulled the netminder off the ice here with still 2 minutes to go, so an open net for Koenig and company. But facing 6 skaters on the other side as that high bouncing puck goes well wide. So no goalie, 4-2 the lead for Lakeville North. Chaska pulling out the stops here. Coach Snuggerud and company. Spun around on the far side. Hawks lose possession out of the zone. 2 defensemen back to hang on to it though. Burkholder works it back to neutral, gets it back, steps around a defender, enters in onside. He fires the quick shot. That one fed back ahead. Another shot deflects high off the pad and over the crossbar. Another deep drive. That time Scholey trying to find his second. Minute 25 to go. Still with an empty net off to our right. Puck wraps around the boards. Chaska staying back. Skate save right there. Deep for the captain on the defense, Calvin Barrett. Held in behind the net for Mayer. Mayer slices it up ahead. Caden Smith. Smith from the blue line on an open net, and he'll put the icing on this victory for Lakeville North. Caden Smith found his way to the puck, and with the empty netter, will set this to 5-2. So the empty netter comes 3 minutes after they expanded the lead, which was 20 seconds after Chaska had scored. Wishard's back out there, and it's going to look more lopsided than it was. Caleb Mayer. So Mayer's going to get the assist, the goaltender. Plays a tremendous game, makes some big saves, certainly in the second period, maybe his best period. After Lakeville North scored early, he had one sneak in past the post and the pad, but the rest of the way he locked it down long enough for Lakeville North to eventually expand the lead, going to the third at 3-1. And then once a goal was allowed by Mayer on a deep shot on a power play, his teammates came right back, got him a goal seconds later, and Mayer did the rest to stand up. Now Lakeville North playing keep away for the final 20 seconds. They're going to move their record to 2-0. Chaska will fall to 1-1 and 2. Final 10 seconds will tick away. Remember, we've got another high school game coming up tonight. 2 more tomorrow. All right here. Same spot, the Youth Hockey Hub YouTube channel. Map South Hockey, founded over 13 years ago to provide athletes the opportunity to compete alongside other top players and be challenged and mentored by elite coaches. For more information, visit mapsouth.hockey. Sniper's Edge, Map South, Tradition Companies, Lots of Matzah, North Star Christian Academy, and Wicked Rags combining to bring you the opener. And the first game will go to Lakeville North, a final of 5-2. The Panthers will roll their record to 2-0. 1-2-1 for the Chaska Hawks. And coming up, 7 o'clock, drop of the puck time in a couple of hours for St. Thomas Academy and Creighton Durham Hall. For Justin Moss on the camera, I'm J.W. Cox. Thanks so much for joining us. More of the opener. 3 still games to go here on Youth Hockey Hub. Good night, everybody.
Four years ago, the open field behind Alexandria High School in Alexandria, Minnesota was vacant. The open space abutted by Pioneer Road was nothing more than something to ignore as residents of Alex moved past on their way to 2 churches, the Midway 9 movie theater, or the Joanne Fabrics. But over time, the meadow, which the developers rejected, has become the cornerstone. Under the guidance of Rick and Shannon Randazzo, the North Star Christian Academy has gone from a concept born almost 10 years ago to a rising hockey power in the middle of Minnesota's Central Lakes region.
In 2011, my family and I voyaged out on the 50-state, 50-city tour, which brought our family to all 50 states for 30 days, running hockey camps for youth and adults. A year or so went by, and it brought us to 2013. We were here in Minnesota, and I met with some businessmen, some couples at Tim Cullen's house, and the rest of the story was then became a little bit clearer.
There are 25 players taking classes and playing for the North Star Christian Academy team, hailing from 11 states. North Star's academic team ensures the students are meeting the education requirements for high school graduation, with some students even earning college credit along the way.
So our academic program is very unique in a way because we're bringing in players from all over the country. This year we have 12 different states represented, which means we have to take a look at 12 different high school programs that are going on across the country. We take a look at where the players are at. We try and integrate where they're at to where they want to be. We look forward to the academic goals that they may have, also along with the college goals that they have.
Since coming to North Star, my hockey has just developed and improved tremendously. And before in Fargo, I maybe could have played Division I and gotten noticed, but the chances wouldn't have been as high as when I came here. And now I'm getting a lot more attention and looks, and hopefully my chances to play Division I are a lot higher. So,
while North Star Christian Academy prides itself on a successful hockey start, the development of the whole person is the primary goal of the little school in Alexandria.
So I think that the three main levels of growth that I've had in my life would be the three pillars that we base the school bases itself off of, which is faith, school, and hockey. And I think those have been massive. I think, especially in faith. I mean, we wake up every morning at 7 in the morning, and we have a Devo every morning. So that's huge. Then we're on the ice 2.5 to 3 hours a day, and then we're in the classroom for 5. So we're learning and we're growing in all aspects of our life all the time.
It's a full life for North Star Christian athletes. The Academy's 70,000 square foot athletic facility not only gives the players a place to hone their skills, but it's a touch point for the rest of their day. Serving something higher than yourself takes discipline, sacrifice, and commitment. With the schedules of that Tier 1 teams follow, it would be easy for the players and administrators to lose sight of the Academy's original goal. But between classes, hockey, and traveling around the country for competition, the Knights make it a priority to remind themselves of their ultimate focus.